Won't be live here for too long. I wanted to just break this news on Trey Lance and talk about a few of the things hot in the news right now. Trey Lance out with an ankle injury. It looked bad. I mean, they carted him off the field. They had him in an air cast. Shanahan setting this kid up for failure from the beginning. It makes me sick, to be honest with you, how Shanahan has handled everything in San Francisco, just setting up Trey Lance for complete and utter failure. So Trey Lance is out. I mean, his ankle looked completely mangled. His ankle looked completely broken and mangled in an air cast, and Shanahan is to blame. Shanahan is an awful coach. He's a good offensive coordinator. He is a bad head coach. He makes bad decision after bad decision after bad decision. You can say what you want. That's how I feel. And I think Shanahan completely ruined this kid's career. As for a couple other players to speak to, first let's talk about Jerry Jeudy. Jeudy is out right now. Looks like shoulder. He's being tended to on the ground. He's probably not returning, and this is bad news for Jeudy, but maybe we get some good news after the game. We'll have to wait and see, but Jeudy is out probably for the remainder of the game. That was some bad news. We had a couple, here's the Trey Lance tweets coming from Ian Rappaport. Ruled out, Trey carted off the field. Looked bad. Looked to me like potentially a broken ankle. Looked bad. A couple other things to talk about. Barkley, 21 carries for 72 yards. Didn't have quite as good a game in week 2. We'll talk about whether he's a potential buy low candidate or a sell high candidate. You could be both. Just because you're on the sell high list or buy low list doesn't mean that you're doubted or you're a bust. You can be on both lists and be somebody that you still want to hold if you've got him. You don't want to sell low. You want to potentially look to buy low or sell high. These games are crazy. These afternoon games are back and forth. Seahawks making mistake after mistake, even though the Niners don't necessarily, I think, have, they're not moving the football down the field either. But the Seahawks keep just giving the ball away. Unbelievable. So Barkley, we'll talk about Barkley on the buy low, sell high. He could potentially be on both. I'll ruin it up front and say that I don't think he's a bust of any kind, but certainly, there's always a potential to sell high when a player's got massive value. Now, this is a guy we can talk about right here. Great matchup. We knew he was going to do well. You got to ask yourself, do you hold or do you sell high? And if anybody says you don't sell high on a guy like Chubb, you don't sell high on a guy like JJ, you don't sell high, you can't just blanketly say that. You got to know the context of the person's team. If you can't win and you need to make a change, you most certainly have to sell high in spots where you can. If you are balling out and your team's on fire and you own Nick Chubb, why would you sell high? So you got to be able to answer that question, and everybody needs to calm down with the blanket statements on certain players not being sell high and buy low. Everything's sell high, buy low. Everything is about selling high and buying low. The question is, can you sell high? Can you really sell high? And can you really buy low? Can you get players you really, really like? I'm watching these games out of the corner of my eye to keep you updated if anything happens. But Nick Chubb will be on the buy low, sell high list coming up here this week, and we'll talk about him during the wrap-up show. We'll do a wrap-up show at the end of the afternoon games, potentially right after. Tua completing 35 of 50. This was a game, man. This was a game for the ages, man. I could not believe my eyes as this was unfolding. Tyreek Hill kind of quiet for a while, and it's like Waddle. Okay, Waddle's tearing up the yardage. And then all of a sudden, Tyreek Hill comes out of nowhere and has 2 touchdowns, like 190 yards. What was it? 192 touchdowns? Unbelievable. Tua thrown for 468 and 6 touchdowns. I don't expect that on the weekly, but Tua did well. Didn't look like he was doing well. 2 interceptions, and then Tua just turned it on. This is the craziest fourth quarter comeback I've seen in a long, long time, if ever. And I think Tyreek Hill buying low seasons out the window. He was an amazing buy low walking into week number 2. He was one of those guys like you had Najee Harris, who still looked like he was struggling out there. And I know everyone's saying he's not hurt anymore. He's not on the injury report. But, I mean, you're lucky to get the touchdown for Najee. And the offensive line, everything worries me about Najee right now. But one of the best targets to go get for Najee Harris was Tyreek Hill. We had a few people in the chat said they got roasted from their league mates when they traded Najee for a Tyreek Hill package. But Tyreek Hill, buy low season is over. This guy had 100, what was the exact number? 190 yards? Let's look up the exact Tyreek Hill stat line. I think it was 190. Tyreek Hill had, let's see here. What was his game log? 13 targets, 190 yards, 11 receptions, and 2 touchdowns, 17.3 a pop. So 190 and 2 scores. Tyreek Hill had a day. He had a day. The Sun God had a day. Amon-Ra St. Brown dropping massive wads all over the field. This guy was balling in week number 2. Breece Hall sighting. It was nice to see Breece Hall score a touchdown and get some yardage on the ground. It'll be interesting what he does walking in to the coming week. I love Breece Hall. Just Easy says, agreed, absolute disgusting how he handled Trey. Shanahan's the reason Trey got injured. There's no other excuse for it. You run your franchise quarterback up the middle on design runs. You're not doing that with Jimmy G, as my boy Vlad said in a text message just now. You're not running Jimmy G up the gut. Why do you run your franchise quarterback on design plays up the gut? Kyle Shanahan should be fired. He should be fired. The way he mismanaged mortgaging the future for this kid and then ruining the kid. Shanahan should be fired. Plain and simple. Unbelievable. Avi with a super chat. Avi says, Cheetah, 3rd round steal. CMC looking better. CMC was having a bad game till that 50-yard run, though. So he might be on the sell list. Why won't Denver use Javonte? Just be patient. The game's still going on. Yeah. Amon-Ra St. Brown is gold. Burrow's having, we got to wait and see type of day. This happened to us last game. Amon-Ra St. Brown looks phenomenal. Swift looked phenomenal. Swift wasn't fully healthy, so they didn't completely unleash him today. But, I mean, Swift looks good. Swift looks good. Fire Shanahan, agree, Slayer. I've been saying it for a while now, and people rip on me for it. They say, Smitty, you're crazy. Shanahan's a great coach. It'd be a mate. Anybody would be lucky to have him. Whatever. Guy's a trash coach. Sorry. Good offensive coordinator, good scheme guy, good offensive mind. Should be an offensive coordinator. Should not be a head coach. He's proven that time again in a row. Things in a row. The Debo situation, the Jimmy G situation. Oh, lucky to have Jimmy G, are you? Or you just run your quarterback into the ground so you could use Jimmy G. This guy's an awful decision maker with his personnel. Swift to Mars, absolutely.
He's on a shuttle to Mars. Mars men.
You know, and St. Brown needs to be put on that. St. Brown. This guy right here, completely missing. ETN's going down here. They're not using him. They're not using him at all. They're not using ETN whatsoever. Smash my redraft league. Attaboy. Nice job, Mealy. A-Rob, second TD. Did he score another one? A-Rob shouldn't have been dropped. A lot of people are dropping A-Rob, getting rid of A-Rob. Like, everyone misjudged A-Rob coming into week 1, but you don't cut him. He's still an amazing wide receiver 3. But he was overdrafted. People taking him in the 4th round. You can't expect 4th round value. ETN's got to be sat until further notice. I agree. If you have better options, but, you know, it depends on your options, of course. But ETN's been a huge disappointment. Breece Hall had a day. I mean, he could have had a lot more, but this is a good little outing. 10-yard touchdown reception, 50 yards on the ground. ETN's getting fed. This guy's going to be atop the waiver. Seattle just can't. They're just giving the game to the Niners, and this had to happen when Trey's out. It's like it's frustrating. It's frustrating to watch Trey Lance's career get ruined by his head coach and watch the team turn it around right after. And it has nothing to do with Trey being taken off the field. It's garbage. It's garbage. Pollard is definitely looking very smooth. Cooper Kupp scoring a touchdown. Cooper Kupp looking phenomenal. Rams looking good. Stafford bouncing back. Of course it is the Falcons. Garrett Wilson looks good. 8 of 14, 102 yards and 2 touchdowns. Look phenomenal. Apologize to Garrett Wilson for what? I don't think I said anything disparaging about Garrett Wilson. I like Garrett Wilson. It was hard to start, You didn't know what you were going to get, but Garrett Wilson had a great day. What do you want me to say? Garrett Wilson should be one of the best. He should be one of the best pickups of the week this week. You know who I do apologize to is Lamar. I had some bad things to say about Lamar in the offseason, and I was wrong. Lamar looks phenomenal. I still worry about him getting hurt because they run him to death, but if he stays healthy, Lamar's going to have an MVP season. Lamar looks good. I admit my mistake there. Lamar looks fantastic. Looks absolutely phenomenal. The Ravens look good. They had 2 good matchups. We'll see what happens as they face tougher defenses. But look, Lamar's scoring fantasy points galore. Don't get hurt, Joey B, running the football, please. Joe Burrow, first down. Don't get hurt running the football. Okay? That's all I ask, Joseph Burrow. ETN, horrible game. Horrible usage. Waddle looked good. Waddle looked great. Waddle looked fantastic. Tyreek Hill looks fantastic. Tyreek Hill, buy low season's gone. One of the best buy lows walking into 20. Do I have this graphic still up? I want to say it was around here somewhere. I don't have it here. Is it right here? I don't have it. I thought I still had it. But the buy low list for week number 2 had Tyreek Hill on it. Tyreek Hill was a fantastic buy low. That buy low season's gone. Tyreek Hill blew up. ETN, sell if you can. You're not going to sell ETN. No one's going to buy him right now. No one's buying ETN right now. Pierce getting some touches. Let's hope he continues to get touches. He's going to be good if they feed him. I think people running away from Dameon Pierce too early is going to be a mistake. It makes me sick right now watching Jimmy G be a part of a win. It makes me sick. It makes me sick to watch people think Jimmy G is the reason this is. I can't even. I'm not a Niner fan for one, so I don't have to root for the Niners. I don't root for the Niners. I root for players. And it just makes me sick to watch Trey Lance's career get ruined. It makes me sick to watch Shanahan destroy him. And it makes me even more sick to know that Trey Lance will be looking at this win and having everybody talk good about him. And now Jimmy G makes me sick. Makes me absolutely sick to my stomach. The Ravens are probably wishing they signed Lamar to a long-term deal now, because now he's going to cost them $300 million guaranteed if he stays healthy on the year. Or they do some kind of deal in the middle of the season, and even though Lamar said no, Lamar's going to say yes if the money's right. Is that Eno? Benjamin looking good. They're using Benjamin. Tua was on your bench. Chappie, he wasn't looking good until the end of the game, so you can't kick yourself for that. That wasn't a mistake on your part. You couldn't have known. Davis Mills throwing a nice little pass to, was that Brandon Cooks? Brandon Cooks for a nice little, 20-yard catch. 3 for 31 for Brandon Cooks. Davis Mills lining up on about the 27-yard line. Scrambles. Flag on the play. Davis Mills scrambles to about the 8-yard line. This could come back on a hold. Davis Mills looking pretty efficient there on that drive. We do need Javonte to get more carries. It's only 8:57 left to play in the second quarter, but we would like some more carries for Javonte, please. Kyle did it on purpose so Trey could get hurt. The Niners want Seahawks win because I didn't like Jimmy, says Deborah. I don't think Kyle tried to hurt him on purpose, but Kyle's reckless behavior hurt Trey Lance. He gave him hospital runs up the middle. Designed hospital plays. Yeah, well, look for Trey to probably be done for the year with a broken ankle. His ankle looked mangled. ETN staying on my roster, says Slayer. Yeah, but you got to almost bench him if you got better options. Unreal. Well, you know what? You don't have to be here, Godfather. Why don't you just take a hike elsewhere? There you go. You don't have to be in the live anymore if it upsets you so much. Man, what a crazy set of games. Week 1 and week 2 have been absolutely strange, in good and bad ways. In both good and bad ways. Is Tua the best Lance replacement? I hope you got another backup because, it was probably smart to because, of all the turmoil. But if you really don't have a backup quarterback, I'd probably say look for Davis Mills, see if he's on waivers. Look for Davis Mills. Tua's definitely a decent grab, sure. Many of the Niners have Anthony Lynn too. Anthony Lynn's a hot mess, bro. Garbage. Unbelievable. Breece Hall starting to come around. Let's hope they start feeding him more. Curtis Samuel looked good. I don't really know how he's going to maintain this as the third wide receiver, but maybe he's the second. The problem is McLaurin and Dotson. I just don't think Wentz is going to. Maybe they're down so much they just throw, and you can't survive as a third wide receiver there on a semi-consistent level. Samuel looked good. He did look good, but I still don't see him as like an option when you're like, some people were asking about St. Brown or asking about, wide receivers at the wide receiver 2 level. Like I said yesterday, all show long, I don't mind Samuel in a third wide receiver spot. I just don't like people talking about wide receiver 2s and Curtis Samuel. That's all. It's not me hating on Curtis Samuel in general. If he's your third wide receiver, I don't mind that. There's plenty of times where I said go Curtis Samuel when I was asked start bench questions, but they have to be questions that don't relate to your number 2 wide receiver. He is a wide receiver 3. He is a good wide receiver 3 if you're in a situation where you've got guys down or you went light wide receiver 3 shopping in your draft, then Curtis Samuel does become a viable asset. My only beef is when people put him in a wide receiver 2 category because he is the number 3 wide receiver on his team. So he's good. He's a good third for sure. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Carson Wentz. But Carson Wentz was looking. I don't know. Jack says Lance was his backup to Allen. Well, you can pick up Davis Mills seems to be available in a grip of leagues. He's a decent grab for sure. Man, what a crazy week 1. KCM says going to lose this week, but liking Curtis Samuel role. KCM, what did you have go wrong for you today? Was it ETN? God, ETN just looked non-existent. They just don't throw it. They don't throw it to him. They don't use him. I don't understand what's going on with his role. Trevor Lawrence had a good day for the most part. God. Evans getting ejected was horrible. Tua. Yeah, Tyreek Hill making Tua. That's the truth. Tyreek Hill had a lot more to do with Tua's numbers than Tua. Tyreek Hill's phenomenal. Just so fast. He's so quick. So quick. Kyle Phillips. I like him. Is Davis Mills your cousin? No. Is he your cousin? Kyle Phillips will start soon. Great slot wide receiver. I want Kenneth Walker to get on his horse at some point during this game. Oh, God, a couple of my 5 multiplier prop contests were let's see. I was waiting on one player. Let me see if I ended up getting it. I forget who it was, but I had one prop contest that was it didn't hit. I had everything hitting. Barkley needed 76 yards. He got 72. Tyreek Hill, Mark Andrews, Christian McCaffrey, they all landed except for that Barkley one. That was a disappointing rushing effort for Barkley. Judy scaring you, says Corbin. Yeah, should be scared. Keep James Cook or scoop up Kyle Phillips. I'd probably say you just go with the position of need on that one. Yeah, Vamp, it's it is what it is. You're gonna land some, you're gonna miss some. I think Lance was special. I think his career is probably on a downward trajectory now because of Kyle Shanahan. It is what it is. I don't trust Kyle Shanahan at all moving forward with anything. Period. End of discussion. Kyle Shanahan, I don't trust with anything. Completely ruined Trey Lance. Yeah, Kyler Murray, Joe Burrow having a rough day for now. Let's see what the stats say. Tua 469, 6 TDs was unreal. Nick Chubb's 87 yards and 3 TDs was unreal. Christian McCaffrey salvaged his day with 102 yards. Amon-Ra St. Brown 116 and 2 TDs. Jalen Waddle 171 and 2 TDs. Tyreek Hill 190 and 2 TDs. Unreal. Let's see here. Let's go to this box score for the Bengals. Joe Burrow 7 of 10 for 56 yards, no touchdowns. Joe Burrow 3 runs for 27 yards. Mixon 5 rushes for 5 yards. Horrible day for Mixon so far. He does have 2 catches for 23 yards, but Kyler Murray scrambling, throws an INT right into the Raiders' hands. Just a little gift, little pre-halftime gift for you. Jamar Chase 2 catches for 23 yards. On the Dallas side of the football, you got Zeke Elliott 10 for 36. Tony Pollard 5 rushes for 18 yards and a touchdown. Tony Pollard 2 catches for 45 yards. Cooper Rush has 1 TD. He threw it to Noah Brown. On the Niners side of the football, in this Seahawks game, Debo's got 3 rushes for 54 yards. Trey Lance was 2 of 3 for 30 yards. 3 runs for 13 yards. He was fine. Nothing negative going on there. Jimmy G comes in 8 of 11, 106 yards and a touchdown. Makes me sick. Kenneth Walker 3 rushes for 12 yards. That's 4 yards a carry. Nothing amazing, but it's obviously good news that he's getting some work. Broncos not moving the football. That was a brutal takedown on Sutton. Looked like he was hurting getting up, but he's fine. Tyler Lockett 5 catches for 68 yards. DK Metcalf 2 catches for 17 yards. Kenneth Walker again 3 for 12. He has 1 catch for 2 yards. A lot to be desired in the second half. It's like the Rams. Rams have a lot of good scoring going on. You've got Allen Robinson had the 1 TD. Someone said 2 TDs, but I think it was either called back or that wasn't a touchdown. So Allen Robinson has 2 catches for 16 yards and 1 TD. Cooper Kupp has 4 catches for 35 yards and 1 TD. Cam Akers has 5 rushes for 27 yards. And Darrell Henderson has 4 rushes for 16 yards and a touchdown. Stafford's got 125, 2 TDs, and 1 INT. Cordero Patterson has 8 rushes for 32 yards. Algier, 5 rushes for 12. Drake London, 3 catches for 36 yards. Kyle Pitts, 1 catch for 13. Not ideal. This afternoon slate of games is pretty boring and sluggish. James Conner, 6 runs for 24 yards, 2 catches for 26 yards. He's the leading weapon for the Cardinals right now. Kyler Murray, 6 of 9, 53 yards, and 1 INT. Horrible start. Awful start. Derek Carr, 178 and 2 TDs. Jacobs, 9 carries for 37 yards. Darren Waller's got 1 of the touchdowns thrown by Derek Carr. He's got 3 for 35. And then Devontae Adams has 1 catch for 1 yard for 1 touchdown. 1-1-1. It's kind of an unreal stat line right there. And then I guess the last game we need to go over here, the Houston Texans and Denver Broncos. Javonte Williams, 5 rushes for 25 yards. That's 5 yards a carry. I mean, what more can you ask for the guy? Just give him the football. He has 2 targets, 0 receptions. Obviously not throwing well to him, but at least throwing to him. Cortland Sutton, 1 catch for 21 yards. Melvin Gordon, 3 carries for 8 yards, 2.7 a pop. Brandon Cooks, 3 for 31. Dameon Pierce, 7 rushes, which is nice, 4.9 a pop. That's 34 yards. I mean, Dameon Pierce is getting good run. 1 catch for 8 yards. He just needs more carries. Davis Mills, 93 yards, 12 of 19, 0 TDs, 0 INTs. Kind of a, like I said, real sluggish start to the afternoon games here in week 2. Cam Akers season? No. Not yet, bro. 5 carries. Burrow just fumbled the ball. Dallas recovered. What a week. Trade Terry McLaurin. Depends what you can trade him for, bro. Just a mixed bag. What a mixed bag today. Should I drop Burrow for Carr? No. It's a payday. Come on. Dallas did not recover. Sorry, Ron. Says D-Class. What a kind of a up and down. Like, even with some stuff going well, it's just like there's just a couple things that just bring the whole day down. Mixon recovered. That's good. Let me see if this Cincinnati game is on, because I got the red zone on currently. And I would love to actually see this Bengal play by play right now. Should I trade Ezekiel Elliott and Antonio Gibson for James Robinson or Mark Andrews? Zeke and Antonio Gibson for James Robinson or Andrews. You're not going to trade Zeke Elliott and Gibson for just J-Rob. Would I trade it for Mark Andrews? Sure. We worried about Higgins? No, not through 2 weeks, bro. He's coming off a concussion. I don't know if he's having some side effects from that. Hold on to the football. Is that Nico? Traded Najee, Lamb, and McLaurin for Mixon, AJ Brown, and St. Brown yesterday. So happy. Good job, Order. That was a good trade for you. Smitty, what's your take on Tunyon? Coming off injury, we gotta wait and see. I don't know that I'm expecting a ton yet, but the Flacco, you know what sucks? Flacco looked bad at times, but then he looked good at other spots. So it's like Mike White's not going to see the field. I was hoping Mike White would get in there. I think Mike White could have Could have made it so it did, wasn't. Let's see what happens. Is this a replay of Joe Burrow fumbling the ball? Just getting gobbled up. The offensive line can't block for anything today. Dallas is just taking Joe Burrow down. Flacco with 4 TDs. It's 2012. I know. I mean, he looked good at the end of the game, though. Dobbs or Watson, your guess is as good as ours at this point. I suppose Watson, but Lazard will go off, maybe. Kyle does need to learn that Lance isn't a running back. Jets, you act like that's something that Lance even has a shot to probably... If Lance's ankle's broken, who the heck knows what's even going to happen to the rest of his career. There's no learning or let's try this again. Shanahan needs to be fired. He probably won't be fired. And everyone can say, oh, they win the game, whatever. You mortgage your future and you ruined your starting quarterback shot at leading you to the promised land. And Jimmy G can't do it. We've learned this over and over. Jimmy G's not going to take you to he's not going to win a Super Bowl. Fields or Trevor Lawrence, either one is pretty decent. I would say Trevor Lawrence looks pretty good right now. Yeah, Kyle ruined him for sure. Nothing, honor by nature. It's upsetting. It's very upsetting. Stay positive, Smitty. A lot of your guys are going off. I'm not disappointed in the calls that we're making. I'm disappointed in a few of the players, especially. Look at Flacco, man. No. I'm not down on our stuff. I'm down on just Shanahan. I'm down on some of that crap. Trade Mooney. It's week 2. Mooney's a good wide receiver. Trade him if you can trade anybody. Trade anybody if you're going to get a lot of value. Trade anybody. Thank you, Vamp, for the super chat. How about Dolphins coming back? Baltimore will suck this year. No, Baltimore's not going to suck this year, but that was a crazy comeback. That was one for the ages. That was crazy. That was unreal. I can't believe Kyle. I'm more just upset at Kyle Shanahan ruining Trey Lance's career. That's why I'm down right now. It's nothing to do with other things. We're gonna hit and miss. Thank you, Hernandez. I appreciate you. I know some people are going to be mad. They have Burrow right now. They're upset. Some of the comments about dropping Burrow, like, come on, stop. It's week 2. Burrow's a phenomenal quarterback. He's having a tough first 2 games. It's happened before. There have been players that have struggled for. I'm not saying this will happen. There are players that have struggled for 5-6 straight weeks and then go on to be the best at their position the rest of the way. I'm just saying, don't freak out or panic on a guy like Joe Burrow. He'll be fine. Is ETN done, Alexander? ETN's not done, but we're certainly wondering what's going on with him. He's 100% probably the highest panic chamber player in the panic chamber. The number 1 slot in the panic chamber this week. But is he done? Is he done? No. He's not done. It's week 2. He's not being used right. You almost have to bench him until further notice, but he's not done. Traded Justin Jefferson and Waller for CMC and Lamb. I don't know if I love that one, Dominic. I think CMC got kind of lucky with that 50-yard run. You can't take away stuff from players. But, I don't like that game. Like, woulda, shoulda, coulda. Oh, he would have had a touchdown or he wouldn't have had a touchdown. It's hard to, compare players when you're doing that for one player and not the other. So, if I were you, I wouldn't be careful with that. But, at the same time, McCaffrey was not playing well, and the Panthers worry the heck out of me. Yeah, Colts don't look good. Tua was 6 TDs today. Yep. Had a big day. Baker's ruining CMC. Shanahan ruined Trey Lance. The Jaguars are ruining ETN. Breece Hall finally got some runs. St. Brown's looking phenomenal. Swift looks amazing. They wanted to make sure they didn't overwork him today. How long is Kamara out? I would guess just the 1 week, but you never know. You never know. Kamara's a good buy low. Kamara's going to be a good buy low. We'll wait and see. Look at Kupp. Kupp's just walking into the end zone. Literally walking into the end zone. Unreal. Cooper Kupp. Baker ruins many things is a correct statement. Baker ruins many things. Kyle Shanahan ruins many things. Matt Nagy ruins many things. Adam Gase ruins many things. I would say Shanahan's right up there. Is J-Rob the Jags back to own? For now, sure. Would I sell high on him? Yeah. Doesn't mean I don't like him. It doesn't mean I don't think he can continue for a while or the whole season, to be, 14 carry running back. You can't expect touchdowns. I mean, he's not averaging like amazing yards per carry. He's scoring touchdowns. So I think you got to be careful with what your expectation level is of J-Rob, because he needs those touchdowns. He's very touchdown dependent. But would I sell J-Rob? Absolutely, and it's not a bad thing. You can sell anybody. I would sell anybody if it was the right deal. Is Najee, Mike Williams, and Dotson too much for Jefferson? Najee, Mike Williams, and Dotson too much for Jefferson? Probably not. I'd probably take JJ. Depends on your depth, though. If you could actually win with that team, like if you're trading away a team that makes it to where it's impossible to win. You said Tyreek was a good buy low, and you were 100% right. Thank you, Vamp. I was wrong about stuff too, but I appreciate you calling out something positive here. It's kind of a rough week in some sense, but not all over. But just you get down when a couple of your players that you've touted very highly aren't doing well. Like, am I excited Burrow's not doing well? He's got another half to go. But it's kind of a little bit depressing. Am I excited Trey Lance, a guy I loved as a breakout, high risk breakout? He's very high risk. We made that clear all off season, but Shanahan ruined him. Shanahan ruined the kid. Chubb was gonna have a big day. We knew that. Let's go, Javonte. Let's go, Javonte. Get on your horse. Oh, did not like how he landed. My heart. I don't know if you guys saw that. Javonte jumped up into the air and landed down, and it looked like, oh my God, that scared the crap out of me. Do I expect Burrow to bounce back in the second half? Of course I do. No, Noah. Of course I do. Sutton. Sutton's one of the better wide receivers, I think, in the league at catching a underthrown football. He's an amazing match for Russell Wilson with those scenarios. Underthrow the football. It's such a good play, too, for him with his size and his physicality and his spatial awareness. Underthrow the football on purpose on a route, and Sutton standing in front of a smaller defender, and it's like, it's money. It's kind of Randy Moss-esque, the way that play. You could throw a ball up in a certain place for Randy Moss, anywhere in a certain vicinity, and he'd go get it. I'm not calling Sutton Randy Moss. I'm just saying that play is an amazing play if you run it right. Okay, Sutton down to the 4-yard line. Can we please get Javonte. All I ask today is a Javonte Williams touchdown right now. I'm gonna hold my football for good luck. I want to end the live stream on a positive note right now, because it's a little bit of an up and down week. You know, we got the Suttons, we got the Swifts, we got a lot of good stuff to happen today. But there's a couple downers, and I don't even know if I bet you Melvin Gordon's in the game. I'm holding the football for good luck. I'm looking at the screen. I'm hoping I see 33 back there. I do think it's 33. Hand the ball to Javonte. It's all I ask. Or throw it to him. That's fine. Oh, God! He threw it to him. It was not Javonte's fault. It was a really tight window. God, I just want a Javonte touchdown. Give me something. Give me something. Please. A draw play. Anything. Second and goal. You got 2 opportunities. Run a sweep. Anything. Give Javonte a chance. Second and goal. Thank you. To the 1. Just run the ball one more time. I'm holding it so he doesn't fumble. Just give him the ball. Let him put it in the home. Throw it to him. Pull flat. Pull. Yeah, Trey broke his ankle, bro. We've been talking about it. Ankle smash. 4th and goal. Run the ball. Run Javonte. Don't kick it. See, if you on second down, why wouldn't you just run the ball 3 times? He ran down to the 2-yard line. He breaks tackles better than anybody in the NFL. Why wouldn't you just give Javonte 3 carries in a row? Horrible. Hackett is a horrible coach. Shanahan and Hackett are upsetting me to no end this year. And we're only 2 weeks in. Second down and goal. Javonte literally gets you down to like the 1-yard line. Why not give him 3 carries? Or at least 2 carries. Let him try with 2. Hackett's the worst coach right now. And he's worse than Shanahan. Hackett is a Hackett job. God, he's a bad coach. Hackett's horrible. Worst decision-making coach I've seen in a long time. It reminds me of Nagy and Adam Gase having a baby. A baby coach. That's Hackett. I think when Javonte finally scores this first touchdown, it's gonna be like that weight off your shoulders. I think he feels it too. I think he feels it too. Unbelievable. Coach killing me right now, says Philip. Javonte was right there. He kind of saved you. You know Jay would have fumbled. Stop, Cliff. Get out of here with that. Yeah, Kyler Murray. I told you all Kyler wasn't worth the bag. Kyler hadn't earned the bag yet. Kingsbury, the Cardinals. Oh my God. You know what the worst part is? The worst part is that everyone's going to think Jimmy G won this game. They're just going to call him a winner. They're just going to say all he does is win. All he does is get carried and walk into the luckiest situations. Jimmy G, a winner. He's not a... I don't even feel like watching. Yeah, Jeff. Drop Javonte. Drop him right now, Jeff. You go do that. I don't even know that I can watch Niner games right now. It makes me sick to my stomach. It makes me sick to my stomach watching Jimmy G just reap the benefits of the situation. He had a big smile on his face right when he went in. Scotty says Hackett gonna limit all the Broncos' upside. Unfortunately, he could, but I'm still holding out hope that Javonte's everything we dreamed he would be. But it certainly feels a little bit like he's got some limitations right now. When you think week 1 has to be the most upsetting week in 2022, week 2 says hold my beer. Ain't that the truth to some people? I mean, I've got a lot of leagues, so I'm dominating in some leagues, and I'm getting worked a little bit this week with a couple teams that, you know, my St. Brown Hill leagues. I've had St. Brown and Hill in like 4 leagues together. I got like 80 points with like still a bunch of guys playing. Monday night guys and then guys playing right now, but I had like 80 points walking into the afternoon games with like 3 guys playing with Tyreek Hill and St. Brown both going. But you know, I've got Burrow and Jamar Chase leagues. I've got Burrow, Jamar Chase, and Javonte, the tripod leagues. Not feeling great right now as far as like, you know, these 2 quarters. Third quarter, Rams, Falcons. Stafford throwing an INT. Falcons have a shot at maybe scoring a touchdown here. Yeah, Vamp, there was a big smile on Jimmy's face when Trey was getting carted off, and I thought it was very, very strange. And some people will say, "Oh, he was laughing about something else or whatever," but like he had a big grin on it, a big long grin and expression on his face, like for a strange period of time while Trey was getting carted off. I'm not saying he's got the that he like wanted it to happen or something. And of course he's a backup quarterback and he's getting a starting job. Like it's human nature to be like, okay, I'm excited for this opportunity, but like he's always got that weird grimace. Drives me nuts. You know, after Jimmy goes and throws 4 INTs or loses a game, he'll go up to the podium and start smiling. Niners blocked, or Seahawks blocked that Niners PAT. Wow. Or not PAT, field goal, touchdown, Seahawks. Woo. Oh, all right, guys, I'll be back later. We got some work to do. Adjust and adapt time. We got some work to do. We got a lot of recalibrating to do. A lot of buying low, a lot of selling high, a lot of reacting, a lot of adjusting. What did you trade Lamar for, though, Trone? You traded Lamar, but what for? Later, Tim. Adjust and adapt. Adjust and adapt. Pivot, roll. Stop, drop, and roll. We'll figure it out. I'm just so upset at Shanahan. I don't even want, I'm not going to even go on the Niner Lives tonight. The Niner show that I do. Is Judy a buy low? I mean, we got to find out if he's going to be healthy, man. We don't know. Fournette. Trone. Swift going to get 20 touches next week. Hopefully he's healthy. All right. I'm out of here. Appreciate you all. Little somber day. I mean, mixed bag. I mean, I'm real excited about some of the guys we got going on. The Swift and the Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Breece Halls rising up. We got Kenny Walker back on the field. You know, we didn't expect a boatload of touches today, but that will change. A lot of good stuff, but just real down about Trey Lance right now. Hopefully Burrow gives us a better second half. Drake London scoring a touchdown. Hopefully we get a better second half out of the Bengals. Let's see. I'll see you all later today or tonight for a recap. And if you're on my YouTube exclusive membership, make sure you let me drop that link real quick. Make sure you check the community tab right here. Community tab. Or here's the link to join the YouTube exclusive membership. Slayer's in there. Or I don't know if you're in the $9.99 one or not, but there's the link if you guys want to upgrade even for 1 month, and you can downgrade if you want back to the $1.99 one, whatever you want. But we have the Zoom calls where we do 2 Zoom calls every Sunday. We did one at halftime of the morning games. We're gonna do one at half of the Sunday night game, and we got some adjusting and adapting to do. Well, we'll know a lot more after the second half of these afternoon games too. Yeah, no, I know, Slayer. I'm more so upset over some other things. I'm not mad because we got like Burrow doing bad or that Javonte's not getting touchdowns right now, or it's week 2. I'm not too worried about that stuff. I mean, even Burrow, I'm not worried about Burrow. Burrow's gonna have a bounce back. Kyler looks like trash right now, though. That's for sure. What's he doing? I don't think he studies film. I think they should have kept the film study in. I saw a breakdown on Kyler completely not reading defenses properly last week, and he did it over and over and over. He didn't know when he had, what the defensive personnel was even lining up to do. He had no clue. He had no clue he was getting blitzed. Joe Burrow's getting rocked. Block somebody. Higgins dropping footballs. How's Joe Burrow going to move the football down the field when you don't catch the football, T. Higgins, and then the offensive line's letting him get rocked over and over and over? This poor guy just got through. Higgins has got to catch that ball. Oh. Yeah, Garrett Wilson's going to be probably the top waiver wire pickup or one of them this week for sure. Got to look good. Jimmy G. Look, I'm not a Niner fan, so I don't have to root for, the Niners. I know a lot of people think I'm a closet Niner fan. Is it wrong that I'm quietly rooting against Jimmy right now? Because I don't want people to think this is Jimmy G winning the game. Am I a selfish man? Am I just being honest and saying what other people don't say? I'm like rooting against Jimmy right now. And I have a lot of Niner supporters, and I'm rooting for all of you. But I'm not rooting for Jimmy right now. I can't lie. That's how I feel. I'm rooting against Jimmy G. I think it's disgusting. I think what Shanahan did to this kid, Trey Lance, and what he did to the franchise, mortgaging your future and not giving the kid a chance, design runs up the gut. All right, I'm out of here. I'll see you tonight. Later, everybody.